Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go inside of Gaza and take a look at what's actually going on the ground there. This clip is coming to us from Twitter. We'll be taking a look at this clip from Twitter. I'm Tal the Traveling Clat, your favorite Zionist prince, white colonizer. Brooke Goldstein. This week I entered Gaza with the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. I am one of the only civilians who has been given permission to enter. I went to see for myself what is happening at the humanitarian aid sites. What I saw proved that the media is reporting about the situation is absolutely false. The GHF's mission is to feed the people of Gaza in what Hamas can't steal the food, and it's working. I witnessed over 13,000 people being fed, including 3,300 women and children. Stay tuned for the more exclusive content. Big thanks to GHF Updates for the critical humanitarian work. Let's take a look.
Here in a convoy, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation convoy, about to leave and on our way into Gaza right now. We're in Israel right now.
Yeah,
And is that Gaza there on the other side of that wall?
tiny piece of land in total, and it's, I think, the most densely populated place on planet Earth. So that adds to the complexities and complications when you're trying to bring humanitarian aid into a war zone.
That's it. We now are communicating with the IDF and pausing here and waiting for authorization to move so that there's no risk of friendly fire. This is the entrance into the SDS here. Okay, so we just posted online that Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, it's SDS 3 that we're going to, is going to be open at 9 a.m. And that's how mainly you communicate, through social media and also the two flags. They have a green flag that goes up when it's open and a red flag when the site is closed.
Consistency is very important so that they know what times we're going to be open, and if we can do it at the same time every day, that's what we strive for. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been able to achieve that. I mentioned our humanitarian workers and our local Palestinian workers. They interact with the crowd. The humanitarian's jobs are to get feedback from the crowd, develop relationships with the aid seekers, and out of that came this idea for a flag system. It was an idea generated by the aid seekers. When the site is closed, you can see a red flag, and you'll see today one of our workers will raise a green flag when it's open, and then everyone can come in.
All right, so I'm standing here amidst boxes and boxes of aid with live IDF fire in the background. You can hear the bombs, you can hear the shooting. We're in the green zone. This food is about to be distributed. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation is here escorting me with private contractors. We have a red flag here, which means we're not open yet. So we're going up now to one of the lookout posts, the security posts here, walking through the sand outside the barbed wire.
And not one time has our guys engaged anybody with firearms.
So this is where they're going to come in. So they're on the other side over there, and then they're all going to come running in when the site's open.
So we have 8 minutes now until the opening of the site. What time is it? 8:45. And so here's where the food is, and we're going to be behind here. Providing aid to any wounded Gazans, and when they are wounded, they feel free. They come right through here, this open area, and now we're ensuring that the people who really need the aid most, who weren't able to come in the initial rush, are receiving what they need. And this is pretty much the longest process of it all. The first process, when everybody rushed in, took about 10-15 minutes, and now they're going to be distributing aid in the incredible heat for probably about over an hour. You can see here there's a woman and her child, and we've had at least 4 people now being treated.
Yes, Hamas. Hamas.
Hamas?
Hamas haram.
Huh?
Hamas haram.
Hamas are a bunch of donkeys and dogs.
We do hold back. You'll see sort of not an official women's distribution, but at the end of our regular distributions, We do hold some aid back for women and children.
Your staff is mingling in with the people there. There's a very cordial, friendly interaction. But how do you secure? How do you know that they haven't been infiltrated by Hamas or one of these people? It's a threat.
It's a risky operation. It is possible that they would do it. It's hard to defeat. You can't have every woman searched coming in. It's an impossibility, so it is an inherent risk of the mission.
So you can see these are all women waiting. We've come to, after distribution is over, hold women and some children back so that they don't get left behind, as the stronger, younger males typically can get in first and pick apart the aid. And this is to ensure nobody gets left behind. Also, elderly or otherwise disabled folks who can't get here in time or can't fight the crowds. And now the aid's been dispersed. You see they've taken every single thing out of the site, the pallets, the cardboard, everything. And now you can see our local workers are out there trying to disperse all the sites.
We're having the distribution for the women and the children, which is something very unique about the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. You can see they're delivering sacks right now directly into the hands of the Gaza people. And they're extraordinarily appreciative. All of the Gazans that we interviewed have choice words to say about Hamas, everything good to say about America and about the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, nothing good about Hamas. What's so remarkable here, I'm really just blown away at how peaceful and calm everything is, how much dignity and respect is between the two groups of people, and really I feel safe and secure, and I hope that's how the women and children feel here too. Today actually is the most amount of women that the foundation has seen since it started operations. How many women do you think we have here today?
Just 1,000, I would say.
1,000 Gazans right now being fed here in a peaceful and calm manner. It's not the chaos that the media reports it to be.
We are putting food directly into the hands of Gazans, and anyone who is advocating for GHF to shut down is advocating for less aid, less food in the hands of Gazans, and I would meet that with anyone who says that with extreme skepticism and ask them why you want to stop feeding the people of Gaza, why you want them to have less aid, less medical aid. Those are the questions I would ask anyone who wants to shut down what GHF is doing.
We just spent an hour and 35 minutes at the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation food distribution site, SD3, and now we're headed back through the rubble of Gaza to Israel. What was surprising to me really was the level of interaction between the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation people and the local population, and the mutual respect, and how calm everything is and how orderly everything is. And even though there is a lot of security around us, it felt a little bit lax, right? Because that's the whole idea, is that to treat these people with dignity and respect and to deliver the food that they need. And so I just want to say how grateful I am to you for having me, for taking me here, for being one of the only civilians that have been let into these feeding facilities. And I'm very proud of you, and I'm proud to be an American today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, that's some of the best reporting I've seen on anything that has to do with Israel-Palestine since the beginning of the war. Like, that is pretty fantastic stuff from Brooke Goldstein. Go follow her on Twitter. Incredible. Honestly, that's some of the best reporting I've seen at all in the last 2 years. Very true and very honest and very down to earth and no ego in it. Look, the GHF is doing incredible stuff. To say that we're going to believe the Gazans who come and say, and they spit on the ground and they say, fuck Hamas, we hate Hamas, Hamas are donkeys. I don't buy it for a second. I told you guys my theory on this before. I believe the Gazans are tired of Hamas as a terrorist organization that is leeching from them and stealing their food. But I don't think the ideology behind Hamas is something they're tired of. I actually think the second they'll be healthy again, they'll be running right back to that ideology. And the reason why they're so grateful for the GHF in America is because in all the chaos and in all the craziness, they're getting a moment of America. They're getting a moment of organized civil society in this little square that they build out for them, where they distribute food and ask them how they're doing in what otherwise has been just a dark hole of despair and chaos. And I think that is probably the main factor of emotions that are making them appreciative of America and saying that they don't like Hamas. If we go back to the same thing we were all doing on October 6th, where UNRWA and the UN is in control there, and the Red Cross is supplying Hamas and the Palestinians who hate Jews and want to murder Jews with weapons and funding and aid and resources, if we go right back to that, we will be back in this position in a couple of years' time. There needs to be a fundamental change in Gaza, a fundamental change in Palestinian society after this event, after this war. If there is not, and we go right back to what we were doing on October 6th, all of this would have been for nothing. All of it. That's my honest thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you long time. Goodbye, clats. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.